Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. Of course, it's an international break. Arsenal, as we know, 3 wins and a draw, including brucking up Manchester United. Had to get that one in. But you know what we thought we'd do in this video? Obviously, we speak to fans after each and every game here. And we wanted to do in this video, take a look back at some of the best videos that we have had since the start of the season. So join us and let's take a look back.
It's going to be good. I obviously selected these, so you don't really know what's coming right now, but it was fascinating going back through these, and yeah, I think people are going to enjoy this one, but so are you. Let's
hit up the first one.
Pre-season is your preparation. You know, when you played, man, you know, if you don't score pre-season, you're nervous for that first league game. It's preparation, so I don't think it's nothing major to worry about, but I would have just liked to have seen a bit more cohesion and partnerships, and obviously this Jesus injury is a massive blow, man, because look, at the end of the day, Eddie played well today, deserves his credit, but City are starting the season with Haaland up front, we're starting with Nketiah up front, and we're trying to overcome them. You know, there's a big difference in level there. For me now, if Jesus out for a number of weeks, you've got to keep Balogun.
Curtis, as usual. As usual, being negative about Eddie Nketiah. Listen, right, Eddie Nketiah has done a fantastic job. I understood the fears then, because that's when we heard about the injury to Gabriel Jesus, and it's a miracle that he's back already, because we were all thinking he's going to be out like for...
I thought it was going to be way longer than
it could be like the end of October, but he's already back scoring, of course, against Man United. And but Eddie Nketiah has done a really good job yet again coming in for Jesus. In that game, that was after the Forest game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Nketiah scored in that game.
No, that was the Emirates Cup game. That was the Emirates Cup game.
Oh, sorry, the Emirates Cup game. Yeah. So the next game that Eddie came in, he scored.
Yeah.
Right? And he scored 2 in 3. He scored 2 in 4, should I say, if you include the United game. Won us a penalty in that Palace game. Eddie is doing brilliantly and has been called up for the England squad. Yeah. So, Curtis Shaw. Chill out. And you're right. And obviously you heard him there call for Balogun. As we know, he's now left the club. Gone.
We saw these signs, and if you watch the rest of that fan come, I'll talk about it.
Hey, Curtis, the manager really listens to you, doesn't he? Balogun's gone.
Well, that's where the Eddie Nketiah thing started, and big up Eddie, because he came and filled the shoes for Gabriel Jesus while he's out. I think he had a lot of criticism before, but he's done well so far. But let's go to the next fan cam at the next time in the month. Let's have a look. So lovely to see you. Lovely to see you, and your statue as well, man. You've been very impressed with your statue. Well, we was there when you unveiled it this week. How are you feeling off that outside the Emirates?
Well, it's a great honor, you know, to be rewarded for my contribution to the development of a club, and I just worked always to do as well as I could for the club.
Can we expect to see you more at the Emirates this season?
I travel a lot because I have responsibilities to develop the game everywhere in the world, so I've spent a lot of time on the planes, but when I am available, it will of course be a pleasure for me to join back.
Last question, how do you think the boys are going to do this season? Arsenal, are you confident Mikel can keep us competing again this season?
Yeah, I would say not only compete again, we want to win it. From last year we got one information, we were close. We improved well the squad, so this year I think we hope all that we get over the line in the end.
Okay,
thank you.
Massive.
You can tell I put the clips. You can tell I put the clips. I threw that one there.
No, that interview was massive. Arsene Wenger's a legend. You know what? I remember when that video came out, there was some people there saying, "Oh, why did he speak to you?" But people need to understand, right? That like, you know, do you know the really weird thing about it, right? For me, is that at the time when it was starting to go wrong for Arsene Wenger, I used to get personally criticised heavily because people would be like, "Oh, why are you not having a go more at Arsene Wenger? Oh, you're an Arsene Wenger lover," which I do love. I love Arsene Wenger. You're an Arsene Wenger lover. But then now, after that interview, I saw some people saying, "Oh, how are you speaking to Arsene Wenger? You wanted him out." And I never wanted him out.
Can never win.
What we do here is we allow fans to have their opinions, right? And, you know, over a period of time, it started to go against Arsene Wenger. But listen, no matter what you think, he is a legend of the club. He's brought the greatest moments in our history to this club, and it will never be forgotten. And I'm just glad that he's back at the club, and that was a great interview.
Thank you, and he's very cheeky with that smile saying, go on and win it. Listen,
So you love to win it.
Unbelievable. But yeah, you've said enough on that. I think that's a great reflection of that video. We've got the next one, which would be the Man City Community Shield final. So yeah, fan cam that I've selected here. Let's hear what you have to say.
What I said on the box to box, I don't think you guys are going to start as well as you did last season. So if you don't, it's not like, oh shit, it's the end of the world. It's not. You've got a lot of experience from what happened last year.
What would you put that down to, though? That thought that you just had there, we won't start as fast as we did last season. What is that down to?
I just think other teams are better as well. I think last season, Arsenal just shocked everyone. And it was like, whoa, hold on a minute, where are these going here? And then they're like, oh, they'll lose the next one, no. They'll lose the next one, no. They'll lose the next one, no. I was like, shit. And then like we come out of Forest 1-1, and I'm thinking, we ain't winning the league. And then the charges came out, Cancelo fucked off to Bayern Munich, and then the press and everything, and then Guardiola went, this is us now, and then it just galvanised us.
A little fire, you know what I mean?
But and then you got to the end of the season, and you guys threw it away, losing 12 points at the business end of the season. You can't do that. But you've brought Timber in, you've brought Rice in. You've got a great squad. I've just been on the pitch. Your players are there. I'm looking round, and everyone that's walking past me is a top player.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, listen, the Premier League's the best league in the world, right? It's early days. We've just got to. I know my team's going to be ready. You guys have won the Shield. You're going into the season confident. I said to Turkish yesterday, you just got to relax. If you lose a couple of games, so what? You know that you can pull it back. If everyone starts ballooning, it doesn't do anybody any good. You just got to relax and think, hold on a minute, let's just find the feet. Declan's still finding his feet.
Yeah.
You know, he's not taking them risks. He's playing it nice and simple. He's getting around the park. You know, a few weeks' time, he'll be thinking, right, I know Partey's behind me here. I can take a risk. I can drive.
I think that was a good assessment from Big
That was
Steve.
brilliant. That was brilliant from Big Steve, and it's wise words as well.
That's why.
Wise words, and do you know what as well? What he said there about just relaxing. I remember seeing an article with Jamie Carragher where he was saying that Arsenal were too hyped last season. And at first I thought, what are you on about? But when I really thought about it, I get the point that he's making is that it's a long season.
Yeah.
And you saw some of our fans getting carried away, you know, when we drew with Fulham. Oh my God, like it's the end of the world. That was the third game. So even if we won that game, even if we won our first four games, it's just 4 games.
Yeah.
So wise words by him. That was great by Big Steve. And Big Steve, we beat you in that game.
No, big up Big Steve as well, because I've chose that one because, like I said, I think that was a very fair assessment at the time as well. He said we won't start as fast, and really, Steve, I don't think we have. We haven't lost yet, but I wouldn't say we started as fast as last season.
No way have we started as fast. And you know what? I love doing those videos when we speak to opposition fans. You really do get an insight.
Yeah, and a clear one. So thank you very much for that, Big Steve. What have we got next? I have no clue.
I have an agenda against Havertz. I know we talk about. I don't think Havertz is good enough. I don't think Havertz is good enough for the Premiership. I think he's lazy. I don't think he gets back. I think he should have buried his
hard today, didn't he?
Working hard is not good enough. Like with Arsenal, no, it's not. It's not. You have to have intensity. The way Arteta plays is intensity. There's press. Havertz doesn't do that. There was a in the second half he could have chased the ball down. Didn't chase the ball down. He doesn't score enough goals. I think we need a top-notch striker.
I'll leave this one to you.
Well, that went viral, obviously. That video went viral, and then subsequently he came back on again, I think the week after, and him and that fan who was behind him had a big argument.
Big argument.
I think, listen, right, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We've got to give Kai Havertz more time. He had an absolute nightmare against Man United, you know what I mean? And that could have been his moment.
100%.
That could have been his moment, right? Because that chance that he missed, I mean, I would have scored that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Agreed.
So he's obviously lacking in confidence at the moment, but I think let's give him time. I mean, I know he divides opinion. Even when we signed him, I was like, why? Yeah. Why do we need Kai Havertz? £65 million, a lot of money. But now he's our player. We've got to give him time. And we shouldn't have an agenda. I thought
before this, that's the first game.
Yeah, that's an agenda.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Listen, that's that fan's opinion. I remember that same fan. He came on last season. He was praising Arteta, and he's getting a load of stick then.
Yeah, he was.
He does get things right, that guy. But let's hope on this one he's wrong, and Kai Havertz comes through.
100%. I have question marks on Kai Havertz, and I think there's a lot of people that do. But yeah, an agenda on the first game. Poor guy. But anyway,
there's no patience with fans no more.
no more at all. He divides opinion, Mr. Kai Havertz. Let's go to the next clip. That was the first game. What we got next?
Eddie Nketiah played brilliantly today, apart from the goal. I know you're judged on goals as a striker. I see how quick you jumped up thing. Right, this is the problem. I mean, I think people get on his case too much. You didn't think he was excellent today?
As a striker, you've got one job to do: score a goal. That's for me. And
Gabriel Jesus did that thing. I don't think everyone.
He's had 2 big chances. He's an Arsenal striker. When you're playing for Arsenal up front, you should be an international striker. But he's nowhere near. But he's nowhere near the international. He's nowhere near the international team.
Listen, he should have scored. I agree with you. He should have scored at least one of them. But then he also got us that penalty through his turn and his blistering pace, and he earned us that penalty. And if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have won the game today. Right? So let's big him up, man. And yet again, this is 2 games now when he's come in for Jesus. Yeah, and Jesus is out, and we've won both. Yeah, and he's contributed. Hold on. He's one second. It's a goal. It's a goal. Haaland would have scored that. You'd have said, "Oh, brilliant." It's a goal. It's a goal. He get the back in the net. It's a goal.
Yes, but he's going straight to the goalie, and he took a deflection.
So every goal he scored now has got to be clean.
I'm just saying, he's going straight to the goalie, and he took a deflection. I'm saying that I'm not comparing him to Haaland, but what I'm going to do is he is a striker. He should be forced his way into the England team, but he's not. And what I'm saying is he's not good enough for Arsenal going forward.
Well, he can't do anything.
No, but see, that's incorrect. How can he not be good for Arsenal? Not going to get into the England team, eh? Not going to get into the England team. 2 weeks later, Eddie Nketiah gets called up to the England team. You see, our fans sometimes too harsh, right? I honestly, I just think so. Sometimes fans are so harsh on Eddie, right? He does the job for us, man. I mean, I really like what this kid's doing, and that call-up that he got for England, you know what I mean? That could be even a turning point in his career, because 100%. You know what that can do for you as a player,
it can boost
confidence-wise. So
massively.
Congratulations going out to Eddie. And to that fan...
Look at Robbie. No, I had to select that one. That one, when I was watching back, I was like, wow. How funny. The week he's been called up. But anyway, what a good one. That was
a Palace game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Palace game. That was a Palace game. Let's get to the next fan cam that we have.
So why are they making those? Why are they making these errors? Because why are they making these errors? I'll tell you why they're making these errors. Because it's complicating.
Do you think it's unbalanced?
It's unbalanced. Of course, it's unbalanced. You know what I mean? And then the system's not right. So players are not comfortable in that system. So they're making mistakes. You know what I mean? So if you play a 4 like the normal back 4 today, for me today, you've got to go next week with Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba and Zinchenko. It was working last year. It was the best thing we had last year. But why we change it? Why we change it? Why have you got to change? Why have you got to try it?
Hold on, you just had a go. Sometimes you got to try things.
Sorry, why?
You had a go at the manager. Wait a minute.
I see Partey play right back at Nottingham Forest at the beginning of last season. It didn't work.
When you saw Ben White starting at right back last year, right? Because that was a manager.
Yes.
Hold on.
And it worked. I see it working after one game, Robbie.
No, but according to you, you keep it old school, don't change anything. So then we would never have known that, would we? We would never have known that Ben White can play as not just an effective right back, as a brilliant right back. You would never have known that if he hadn't changed it, would it?
No.
You would never have known. You would never have known. Hold on. You would never have known that Zinchenko would be able to do that inverting style if he hadn't tried it. If he hadn't tried it.
He's done that, that's fair enough, you know what I mean? Right.
So he's got to be allowed to try things.
Well, he did that at Nottingham Forest, Robbie, didn't he? And we lost 1-0, and he's still doing it now.
But
4 games later. How many more games are you going to allow it? Are you going to be happy? Right, I'll tell you that now, I'm with you. Let's all be happy if Thomas Partey's playing right back against Man United, because I'm not going to be, because I know what's going to happen.
No, listen, I'm not necessarily saying...
A bit like when in Jaws, and then you know that shark's in there, I ain't going swimming there, you know what I mean?
Listen,
because I know he's going to bite my ass.
But the thing is about it, right? I actually agree with you about the formation, right? But what I'm trying to say is the manager has to be allowed to try things.
Yes, and he's had pre-season to try it all, and Gabriel played in every game in pre-season. This is what I'm saying. Every time I see people are making excuses for this manager. I don't know what it is. If he makes a mistake, say it. Ain't the end of the world, Robbie. I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, he's made a mistake with team selection today. You know, it ain't the end of the world, but say it.
You seemed under pressure there, Rob. You seemed under pressure.
Hey, you know what? I'm sending that guy, lead judges, to anger management, man. I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? He don't know. But you know what, right?
He was right, though.
He was right because we played. We went back to what we normally do against Manchester United, and we looked well balanced. Yeah. And Gabriel was brilliant in that game. And look at that improvisation for the offside goal.
Yeah,
you know,
it was quality there. Quality for that.
So I wasn't necessarily arguing with him because I actually agree that we should go back to a back four. But what I was trying to say to Lee is the manager does have to try things. Like I said, you know what I mean? We wouldn't have known Ben White could play as a right back if you didn't try it. So that's all. That was the only point I was trying to make.
He was about to
now John wanted to fight me. You know what I mean?
It's tight in if people don't understand, it's tight in those circles as well. And it's just, you could see.
He wanted to fight me.
He was about to square up.
I'm going to go there with a bodyguard next time when I'm speaking to lead judges.
Got to love lead judges. He was on one. And you know what? I knew it was coming. I was there right behind the camera because we phoned each other as we left. And I said, and he was getting that anger on the phone. Yes, I said, make sure you say what you said on the phone. I will. And then
he's fuming, man. He's fuming.
Lead judges, anger management, you need to go there. Let's get to the next clip.
10 points, undefeated, you know, and still in and around it. So, you know, it's a good start still, isn't it?
We needed that win today, blood.
Yeah.
You understand? Because going into the international break, you don't want your players going to their countries and feeling down. You get me? Like Maguire and Rashford are gonna be walking into the England in England like with their head down, blood. They're not trying to buck Saka, they're not trying to buck Eddie, they're not trying to buck their man there, blood. You're gonna be like, yo, can we train alone? You get me? And the man will be like, yo, hey, you're right, blood. You recovered yet, blood? You understand? How you feeling, blood? Yo, hold that. You understand? But it's a good feeling, bro. You get me? Because especially with a break, you want to go into the break with a win.
Yeah.
Especially after that piss poor performance against Fulham.
Yeah.
Let's be real. 10 men, we have to be cleaning up at home, blood. You get me? Especially, and when you see City go and do what they did convincingly, you have to react, blood. You understand? We are the closest team to City. You understand? We're the one that's going to push them all the way. And we needed that win today. And you understand? We got the win, blood.
Good. That was a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, love interviewing troops, man.
Yeah,
love
it was
interviewing
good.
troops, man.
Good energy.
And he's always got great energy, and I love that people to go going into the change rooms at England, go, hold that. But that was a massive win against Manchester United. It really was, man. It was just great to see so many of our fans with smiles on their faces. It's a significant win because, like you said, you don't want to go into an international break
100%.
on the back of a loss to Man United.
100%.
You know what I mean? I've been giving it to United fans for the past, you know, they're getting it until the next game.
Yep.
That's how it is, you know what I mean? And if it would have been the other way around, we would have been getting it. So, big win.
No, it's nice. And I like that. I did like that fan cam because, like you said, it's going into the international break. It shows where we're at. And also, like, big up our players. Big up Saka. He must be in the international camp buzzing. It was his birthday. He got EE Player of the Year again, two times in a row. So he's probably walking around. Madison had to give it to him, a Spurs player. Loved that. And then also seeing, Rashford and them, man, you thinking, what's going on, boys? So I like that. I think these. It's nice looking back through the fan cams and seeing, you know, where we're at. And that one did put a smile on my face. And I'm still living off the United one, the United win as well. So it was a good month, and a bit of football. And I enjoyed that as much as the results weren't all wins.
Oh, he's enjoying that. He wanted some more.
Oh, that's all we've got. We could have mixed in, but that's all we got for now.
We could have pulled out loads. There was so many brilliant fan cams. I don't want to thank everybody who contributed. This is what we do. You know what I mean? We go to every single game and we get the opinions of fans after the game. And you know what? Some fans you agree with, some fans you don't agree with. But that's football, isn't it? Every football fan has a different opinion sometimes, and that is what we love about the game.
100%.
But overall, I think Arsenal have got off to a decent start for the season. 10 points. You know, we're still unbeaten, and sets us in good stead going forward. So, you know, a couple of injuries that have been a bit, you know, annoying. The Timber one's still grates me, man, because Timber being out, I think he would have been a major player for us this season. But listen, well done to Eddie for filling in for Jesus, and well done for Jesus for scoring that goal against United the other day. Brilliant. So
100%, and well done.
All good.
It's good, and well done some of the other players that are bedded into the side as well. It is looking good. It is only 4 games, but it's still a good start. Nothing to lose your head about. And I've really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have as well. We want to give you more, the behind the scenes as well. We're watching back the fan cams, but people don't understand it also goes on before and sometimes after. Sometimes it's these fan cams spill over. Like you might see Ali still arguing or giving jabs away from in the background, which we will explain if we continue to do these videos. But I hope you have enjoyed it. We're
definitely continuing to do these, and also we like your recommendations on any videos that you would like to see, including some classics. So let us know here on AFTV.
Big up. We'll see you guys again very soon. Take care. Peace.